Why do motorbikes always pass when I'm recording a video? Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Nikki and today we're going to be analyzing one of the most common mistakes we do when learning languages. As you can tell, we are back in the sweatshirts and hoodies time, and hell am I excited. Today, while trying to plan out what I'm going to do and how I'm going to study today, I noticed some mistakes when it comes to languages. So today I'm going to try and talk about them with you. The most common mistake we do is we focus on only one aspect of the language, and usually that is grammar. So as soon as we open a book, we open a website and we start learning the grammar of the language without really knowing or having heard how this grammar is applied in everyday speech. So the first most important thing is to be able to focus on all four aspects of the language, and that is reading, writing, listening and speaking. So if you master all four of them, that means that you're fluent in the language. I don't necessarily say that you have to do all four every single time you study, but most certainly divide your time so that you can do all four at least in the week. Remember, language is not just one thing, it's not just reading, it's not just grammar, it's four different things and you need to master all four to be fluent in the language. Second one, and it's the reason that most of us didn't learn the language we studied when we were kids. I reckon most of you, including me, studied some sort of language at school. For me it was French. As you can tell, I'm not speaking French, and the mistake we did back then was to consider the language being something dead, something that is not useful, something that doesn't actually open the windows for you. And I'm not talking just business-wise, but also life-wise. Like, your life really changes when you are learning a language. So when language learning looked more like a task, a chore, and you actually didn't enjoy it in a way, or your teachers didn't show you that, you know, there are French speakers out there, there are Spanish speakers out there, and what you're learning right now could be actually applied for you to make new friends and change your life. We came back home and we would be like, oh, I have to do French right now, and oh my god, how boring. And we would just fill out blanks or learn new grammar and learn 50 new words. But no one showed you that those 50 words could be combined to actually create a very unique, very awesome relationship with someone else from a totally different culture. Third one, this is kind of subjective. Some people it works, for some people it doesn't. Be careful when you are choosing languages, and by that I mean don't go too far when choosing. So don't start 5 languages, but this also depends on your goals. So do you want to pass an exam, to get a certificate, to get a better job, to travel, so you don't really want to master the language? But when it comes to mastering, choosing many languages at once could actually slow you down a lot. So instead of choosing 5, 7 languages at once just because you like the sound of them, focus on 2, 3, you know, as much as your mind can contain, I guess, to actually master a language. If you just want to travel to Poland next year and you don't want to go there like a freak and you are panicking that someone might not understand you, and you just want to learn a couple of phrases to, you know, to be conversational, then yes, go ahead and choose as many languages as possible. And I don't say you have to master them to move on to another language, but start feeling comfortable in that language, in all 4 aspects of the language, and then get on with another language. I've said language so many times that it just kind of sounds weird in my head. And last but not least, I'm not going to keep you any longer because I am pretty sure you have to fix a lot in your studying, just like I do. I have to fix a ton when it comes to my studying. But anyways, the last thing you need to do, and you really have to train hard to do that, is to not compare your progress with other people's progress. So if I am learning Korean and my BFFFF is learning Korean too, I must not compare my progress to hers. First of all, because envy is a very bad thing in general. Like, the vibe that you're giving off when you're envious, it's not really good. 2, because you're going to ruin that relationship with your best friend. 3, because it's going to become so toxic when it doesn't really have to. Remember that everyone learns at their own pace. Language learning is kind of like chess. You need to be able to make your moves smartly. You need to be able to focus on what move you're going to be doing next, what is the smartest game you can play. I've learned that I have my own pace in learning, and that's okay. I can master the language whenever I want to, and whenever it will happen, you know. Remember that language learning is a journey, it's not a chore. You don't have to do it because someone tells you to do it. It's more like getting to know something completely new and being able to see the world from a different point of view. Monitor your own way of learning and see what works best for you. Why do motorbikes always pass when I'm recording a video? Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. This is not something that can be fixed like today, but the more you try to train yourself and follow those steps, the more likely you are to enjoy language learning as a process. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on my next one. Peace out!